Because I'm absolutely crap at live sales pitches, I've had to do a pre-record, right? So here goes. Are you looking for top quality tea and coffee? Well, look no further than the Kent and Sussex Tea and Coffee Company. Owned by a fellow West Ham fan, David. Whether you're after a loose leaf tea with health benefits, tea bags, my personal favourite is Pluckley tea, or a wide selection of coffee beans or grounds, they've got you covered. As a bonus, use a discount code CLARET15 at checkout and get 15% off your order. Quality brews at a great price. What more could you ask for? That wasn't too bad, was it? Right, on with the show. The Daily Ramble Podcast. Hello everyone and welcome to Claret and Booze. Fuck me, we didn't just win, we just blew Ipswich away. Blew them away. That's exactly what we needed going into a 2-week international break. Anyone who saw the video that I done yesterday, very morbid and morose, Nick, as I've felt for the last sort of 2-3 weeks. That's exactly what I asked for. I'll get into your comments in a minute. Hello, everyone. I will address one first of all, and that is, where are we? So we've got just a Yank West Ham fan who says, I'm not going to get too carried away. I am going to get too carried away. I am, because we fucking deserve to get carried away. We've been served up shit for too long, including the last 2 years under Moyes. The start of this season, that was enjoyable. So enjoy it. Fucking absorb it. Take it all in. Get carried away. Start thinking we're going to finish top 6. We could. That could kick us on. Who knows? So do get carried away. All right? Allow yourself to enjoy a win and a good fucking performance, because that is exactly what that was. We was out the blocks really, really quick. Look, Ipswich are Ipswich, okay? So before I get into it, they're Ipswich. You know, I would tip them to go back down, but you've got to look at their last five games, including ours. They drew 1-1 with Fulham. We've seen how good Fulham are. They drew 0-0 away to Brighton. Brighton are a good team. They drew 1-0 with Southampton. Yeah, they're shit. They should have beat them. But they drew 2-2 with Aston Villa as well. We've just fucking dismantled them. And most of you, if you're honest, in the chat, because I'm gonna be honest with you now, when we saw that starting lineup and we saw that Alvarez was out of it and we saw that Souček and Antonio was in it, there was no changes. There was a little mini meltdown going on, wasn't there? There was. You saw it on Twitter, you saw it on Facebook, you saw it on all of our groups. I weren't happy. I weren't melting down, but it was kind of what I expected. But I did not expect to be served up that performance and that intensity. No doubt, the way that Ipswich play, McKenna, the way he sets his team up, which is to be really open, it's always going to be an end-to-end game. You're always going to get chances. It was brilliant. I could watch that all every week. Even if you don't win 4-1 every week, that is football. That is football. It's end-to-end. Because, look, they could have grabbed a couple of goals as well, made it awkward for us when it was only 2-1. They had a header that they should have converted. But you never felt in that game like we couldn't go up another couple of gears and nick it. We players look good. A lot of the fallouts that we've seen from last week with players like Kudus and they looked happier. They looked on it. Everyone was saying, what sort of version of Bowen are we going to get? Because he's been dropped from the England squad. That version of Bowen. That's what we're going to get. So, look, anyway, we lined up with Areola in goal. Very suspect performance, I thought, from him. Aaron Wan-Bissaka, the fantastic Aaron Wan-Bissaka at right back. I've got a little graphic for this. I'll put it on so you can see it. 1 minute. I think. I've chopped Antonio's head off. Yeah, so we got Tadibo, right centre-back. He was fucking outstanding. Did you see those marauding runs up the pitch? You know, it was almost, I'd say he's got that sort of calmness of Rio Ferdinand, the way he's so relaxed on the ball. He did get too close to Daylap a few times. You know, Daylap could have spun him and got away from him a few times, but he got away with it. But his performance was brilliant. His passing, his distribution, he's fucking good. He's good. That was a good battle going on between him and Daylap. The only reason Daylap got that chance that he got, I think, was because he was up against Paqueta. And Paqueta did as good as he could, you know, but he's not a defender. If he'd have tried to be any more forceful, he'd have probably given a penalty away. I think Areola should have done better with that. But we'll talk about the goals in a minute. We had Kilman, brilliant. Emerson, brilliant today. Rodriguez, didn't really notice him, if I'm honest, but he didn't make any mistakes. He didn't look like he was being overrun or anything like that. I thought Souček had a decent game. Lucas Paqueta, I thought, was really good today as well. Bowen, back to his old self. He really did look like he was back to his old self from the off. Fucking sprang out the traps. Mohamed Kudus as well, he looked a little bit quiet initially. There was that moment where he tried to slip a ball through to Antonio, which I'm assuming is what he's being asked to do. Other times he probably would have shot. But he could have had a hat-trick today. He could have, and probably should have as well. And Mikel Antonio, fantastic performance up front. Absolutely battered their defence. Was a proper wrecking machine. Gave them no respite at all. There was periods in the game that was sort of edge of your seat stuff for us. Like even when we went 3-1 up, we was kind of getting nervous because it felt like we were sitting back. But I think that's going to naturally happen. The other team are going to go for you. You've got to try and sort of play on a counter-attack, I suppose, and expose them, which is what we did. But we got off the mark early doors in 47 seconds through a wonderful reminder of why we didn't make the Calvin Phillips signing permanent. I mean, that was shocking, wasn't it, from him? He basically handed us a chance on the plate, and we made the most of it. And a great finish from Antonio. You know, really, really good. Good work from Bowen. I can't remember who played the ball through to Bowen. I know Bowen cut it back, and then Antonio flicks it in. Yeah, really good goal. Off to a great start. But then not so long later, we was on our arses again, weren't we? When was it? It was minute 6. That Liam Delap goal. Bit of an error, in my opinion, you know, in terms of poor marking from Paqueta. But like I said, he ain't a centre-back. And Delap's on fire at the moment. So he span him probably too easy. And Areola's got to do better at his near post. He's got to. But that made it 1-1. The game sort of evened out then. It levelled out a little bit. It probably went quiet for about the next 20 minutes. But then it kicked into gear. I would say the last 15 minutes, we was all over them. We could have scored 2 or 3 goals and probably should have before we scored the Mohamed Kudus goal. It was definitely coming, definitely deserved it. We was all over them, pressing them high because the way that Ipswich were playing towards the end of that second half, that is why they're going to get relegated. I mean, it hasn't come back to bite them in the games previous, but when, do you know what? If you play out from the back and the other team are pressing you and you keep on doing it and you keep on making mistakes, at some point, you can't even blame the manager at that point. The players have got to take responsibility and say, fuck this, it ain't working, just hoof it out. But they didn't. They just kept on trying to play it from the back, and we was pressing them high. We was all over them. We was smothering them. And Mohamed Kudus definitely should have scored before that goal. The way he got up to it, though, you know, he fucking got in front of Souček, didn't he? Literally, it must have been 3-4 foot off the floor. I swear he was. Smashed that ball in with his head. Really good. Exactly what he needed. On the stool, sat down, smile on his face. That's exactly what we wanted to see. So, especially from Kudus. Bowen got his just desserts as well because he had been playing brilliant. You know, he was fantastic. He really was. This felt like we was playing more. We was playing a different style of football today. It felt more basic. It felt like we was playing more to our players' strengths. Players were running with the ball. We were. We even had defenders. There was midfielders. We were running with the ball. It was everything that we haven't seen up to this point. So Bowen literally looked like he was, you know, the Bowen of last season and the season before. Fantastic, great goal. It was a Bowen goal. We done the Yarmolenko, runs at the defender, chops inside onto his left foot, bang, goal. How many times has he done that before? Absolutely fantastic. That makes it 3-1. And then you have that wobbly period, that nervous period where Ipswich started getting into the game again. They had a few chances. Areola made some fantastic fucking saves as well. So he did, although he made that mistake, he made some brilliant saves, particularly that one from the header from Delap, where he nodded it down to the near post and Areola gets it away. They could have scored, but we absorbed the pressure up the other end. And then the man, Lucas Paqueta, the man, the myth, the legend of Lucas Paqueta, he puts the ball away. Everyone's happy. 4-1. Fucking stadium's bouncing. Absolutely brilliant. I'm over the moon with that. I am. Yeah, we've got the international break. It's a shame now, in retrospect, that win had to come before the international break, you know. It's a shame, but we can take so much from that. We can. And also, the substitutions. Obviously, Alvarez didn't start, but he came on for Guido on the 70th minute. Guido didn't do anything wrong. Alvarez just looks like a different beast, so doesn't he, when you put him on the pitch? Just so much better. I'm sorry, he is. Carlos Soler came on from Mikel Antonio on the 70th minute as well. We saw Cresswell come on. Really great attempt from a free kick, I thought, after trying to injure his own player in Crescencio Somerville. But he came on. Somerville came on for Lucas Paqueta. And the big one, which was lovely to see, on 86 minutes, so he got 10 minutes because there was 4 minutes injury time, Luis Guilherme comes on for Mohamed Kudus. And do you know what? There was a few smart little runs that he made. He won us a free kick for a start, but prior to that, Somerville just looks brilliant. But he made a break down the left-hand side. If he'd have seen Guilherme's run and flashed the ball across instantly, quicker, Guilherme's in. But he didn't. He held on to it and put a really tame cross in the end. But no, it's weird, isn't it? It's not the result. It's not the result. It's the performance for me. Watching that's the first time I've enjoyed watching a game of football that West Ham participated in for a long, long time, you know. And Ipswich played their part in that as well. You know, they did. They could have had a few more goals. It was a good game of football. I fucking enjoyed it. We deserved to win. Absolutely deserved to win. Was it a 4-1 game? Yeah, I think it probably was. We could and probably should have had more. You know, if everyone scored their chances, it would have been about 15-7 to us. So I think we was good value for the victory. Do you know what I mean? No, I'm happy with it. And as for all the which you're gonna get people saying it's only Ipswich, they've just come up. I get it. But we didn't just beat them, we battered them. All right, we battered them at home. And especially when you look at all of the shit that we've had before, you know, the pressure that was definitely on Lopetegui for this game, 100%. If those players wanted Lopetegui out, they wouldn't have gone out and put that much effort in. So that says to me that they are backing this man, 100%. They could have got him sacked today. They could have, especially with the changes that he made or didn't make, not bringing Alvarez in. If they'd have come out and not put a performance in, he'd have been fucking dragged over the coals. He would have been gone. He wouldn't have made it through. So if they wanted him out, they could have got him out. They didn't. They turned up. They played brilliant football. Lopetegui wasn't his usual angry self. Even when players were making mistakes, I noticed he wasn't doing that. He seemed like a different, calmer person on the sidelines. Maybe this is what we needed. You know, we have had a rough start to the season, to the campaign. We absolutely have. But we've all needed to see something, and today we did. We did. Wasn't the team selection and everything that everyone would have wanted? Of course it wasn't. But you've got to try and separate that and just judge it based on the players that were selected, the shift that they put in. Did it work? Yes, it fucking did. We just beat them 4-1. Should have been more. You can't knock it. You can't knock it. Fantastic for me. I couldn't be happier with that. Like I said to you, we haven't played football like that. We haven't watched a match like that for at least 2 years, where we've been so threatening. You know, you used to get glimpses of it under Moyes. You'd see Bowen and Kudus doing that in matches, but there was wave after wave of attack at times, and that was, if we're going to see more of that, then fucking yes, please, Lopetegui. But that is a springboard, so build on that. We've got a tough run of fixtures coming up. We've got Spurs, we've got Man United, we've got Nottingham Forest away, which ain't easy. We needed that win. Lopetegui didn't need that win. West Ham needed that win. We lose that game and then lose the next 3. All of a sudden, you're 10 games in. You're hovering by the fucking relegation zone. We needed that win as much as Lopetegui did. Brilliant. I'm happy with that. Navadius says Lopetegui taking us back into Europe. I'm not going to get ahead of myself, mate. I hope you're right. Let's see. Let's see in the next game. Because the one thing that he's got to do, if he's going to get us back into Europe, is he's got to get us competing and getting results against the teams that we keep on accepting defeat against. We're going to have to pick up the odd result against an Aston Villa, a Man City, a Liverpool, a Tottenham, an Arsenal. We've got to get the odd result against them teams. You can't, if you want to get into Europe, you can't accept defeat and write those games off, or you're not going to get in there. So we'll see how he does. We'll see how it grows into the season. This is exactly what the fan base needed. It's exactly what I fucking needed. You all saw how I was struggling yesterday. We all needed a bit of inspiration. We can all dream again. 7 games in, we've won 2, drawn 2, and lost 2. Lost 3. Lost 3. It's not bad. It's not terrible, right? Okay, and the games that we've lost are against good teams. So no, for me, that resets the clock for me. I'm not talking about the Sullivan clock where, you know, you win a game and he resets it. No, that performance and that win resets the Lopetegui clock for me. I'm happy to start and go again, and see where we go from here. Because, the team are playing for him. The team are definitely playing for him. They saved his job. They went out there. They was fucking brilliant. They played for the fans. They played for the shirt, played for the manager, put on a great performance, and they looked like they had a fucking brilliant time doing it. So, yeah, no, brilliant for me. I really, really thoroughly enjoyed that. Let's start going through the comments. There's a lot of them. Hang on. 1 minute. Where are we? So I'll tell you what I'll do. I'll start at the top and I'll just start flicking through. I won't be able to go through all the comments because I am but one man. Just a Yank West Ham fan says he was on the left wing until Antonio came off and Bowen moved to centre forward. You're having a conversation there. Ipswich is shit. Well, they weren't in the last 4 games. Look, they're not the best Premier League team. I think they're going to get relegated and they're naive as fuck because, like I said to you, you could see that goal was coming when we was pushing and they kept on trying to play it from the back. But no, we deserved to win. We beat them. 1 Foot Skank says he's happy with that. Tadibo, top of the top. Was a bit underwhelmed by the starting lineup, but all the lads put in the graft in today actually looked like a team. Yes, it did, mate. We look like a team. That's the word. That's the word. Ipswich are okay, but Phillips is proper shit. Just set him off on the back foot, didn't he? What was he doing? He's a fucking calamity, the guy. You got to feel sorry for him. I don't think he's played that bad in previous games for him, but obviously the pressure of the ghost of the London Stadium was too much for him. He slipped back into his claret and blue shirt. It's like he was playing for us. Old Sammy Boy says, evening all. Well, that's more like it. Tadibo was my man in the match. Well, him or Wan-Bissaka. Wan-Bissaka was fantastic. Some of those recovery challenges that he made, really fucking good. He's brilliant, isn't he? He really is a quality player. And he's into play. He's into play as well. Also, he almost got an assist. Do you remember that ball that he cut back for Souček and it got caught under his feet, and by the time he got it out of his feet, it got closed down? Hedge, quick question, because I missed the first half. Was Kudus put on the left again? Because whenever I watched, he drifted right. He looked like he had a Paqueta-like left-wing role under David Moyes. He wasn't stuck out there. We had width because we kept on switching the ball really successfully. So we was finding him an awful lot. So he was starting out on the left, but he was definitely drifting inside, cutting inside, doing what he wanted to a degree, and he was effective, really fucking effective. So no, he was. I wouldn't say he was a typical left winger today. It worked. Robin says Antonio's season has properly gotten going. He was really good. Would have had a brace if not for the bar. I know. And it's good to see though. He's the man that everyone likes to hate. He always bounces back. The guy, 34, came in as a right back. Look at him. No, he's a great player. Would I prefer to have a different striker up there? Yeah, I would. But when he's in that mood, he's the perfect foil for Bowen, Kudus, Paqueta, the perfect foil for him. He beats the shit out of defenders. He does. But the only trouble is you don't get that version of Antonio every game. You know that. Robin says Tadibo is a class act. Old Papa Firth says, see, now that's a game where we've been entertained. That's what we all want as fans. 100%, mate. 100%. Lee Hammer says, good game of football today. I enjoyed that. Open game, entertaining. That was a thing. It was old-fashioned, wasn't it? Because obviously McKenna does allow his team to play. It just opened the game up. It was lovely. It was brilliant. Like I said, I could watch that football every week. No problem at all. Dagger says, just hope the tech gods are on side today. Yeah, no technical problems today. Big shout out to Mickey on the watch along as well. For any of you that don't know, we do watch alongs now on match days. Mickey does drive it. I jumped on before the game to have a little moan up about the lineup and jumped on at half time, had a little chat. But yeah, Mickey does those watch alongs. They're really good on a platform called Big Up. It's called now. It was called Tifo. Now it's called Big Up. It's good. Really good. Have a little look. We put the link to it in the community section. So every game we'll be doing watch alongs on there now. Paul Sullivan says, Tadibo getting up to speed massively. Really, really good. All right, Perry. Colin Jones says, afternoon all. Hello, Green Badge. Lee Price says, Loppy out. Not right now. No. Like I said, I think that should reset the clock, not just for Sullivan. It should for a lot of the fans now. I know a lot of people are frustrated with what we've seen. I know we are. But surely the main thing that we want is for West Ham to do well. If he starts to find a way of making it click, let's just get on board with it, lads. Come on. Lads and ladies, let's do it. It ain't, you've got to allow yourself to enjoy the good times. You've got to. There's been enough bad of them. Been enough bad times. Mr. Hammer says, feels amazing to be positive again. It does. It ain't fucked our weekend up. It ain't. I almost wish it was a 12:30 kickoff because I'll get more of a happy weekend then. Kev F says, decent display. Bit annoyed Somerville didn't get longer. Personally thought Paqueta was awful today. No, he weren't awful. He weren't. What is it? We've always got to have someone that we have to hate on, haven't we? Smiles all round. Hammers Mikey, he'll be happy. Let's not get carried away. It was only Ipswich. We should be beating teams like this at home by a few goals anyway. They made us look better than we were. What a piss poor team they are. Mikey, enjoy the win. Enjoy the win. Come on, mate. Honestly, we've got a tough run of fixtures coming up. Let's see if Loppy can build on it. If he can't, the pressure will be back on. But you've got to enjoy moments like that. That was a good watch. It was. I'm not arguing with you. Ipswich are not one of the best teams in the Premier League, but Fulham couldn't beat them. Aston Villa couldn't beat them. Brighton couldn't beat them. We just fucking battered them. 4-1. Costa Hammer says, let's be honest, Ipswich were horrendous. Oh, come on. It's normally me being negative. You lot are bringing me down. Ryan Pope, what a great boost. Yes, it is. Yeah, where is Flawless? Where is Flawless? That little tosser that's on all the... He ain't on this channel because I fucking blocked him. I played whack-a-cunt on the cancel button. I blocked him. Yeah, I did. But yeah, I bet he'll be fucking quiet tonight, won't he, with his Moise in this tosser. Green Badge. Just wish we had a plan for the midfield. I thought the midfield was all right today. It was... Look, Alvarez has to start in front of Guido. That was a piss take for me, but we won the game 4-1. I won't pull that apart. If he plays Guido in front of Alvarez against Spurs and we get ripped to shreds in midfield, then you criticise it. But we won 4-1 today, you know. Are you smiling, Nick? Don't know. I'm not good at smiling, even when I'm happy. Freddie says, come on, you Irons. Michael Arkle says, be fair, look at the quality of the opposition. I know, enjoy the win. Come on, enjoy the win. Just fucking enjoy the win. It was good. We actually watched a really good game of football. You know, yeah, they were naive. They were, but fucking hell, that was good. Do you know, we could have scored a hatful of goals there. You know, I'm well happy with that. Words and Pictures says, we pluckily teed Ipswich right up. That's a good one. Good one that is. Yeah, if you do like your tea and coffee, head over to the Kent and Sussex Tea and Coffee Company. You'll find a link in the description. And if you use our discount code, Claret15, you get 15% off. Lovely segue there, Words and Pictures. Hedge says, I enjoyed this win, but I fear it might be a one-off. Look, it might be a one-off, but worry about that later. That's what I'm trying to say. You can worry about this later. We've got 2 weeks off now. It might be a one-off. We could get battered against Spurs and Man United and fucking Nottingham Forest. Then you can reflect on it and say, yeah, that was a one-off. At the moment, we don't know. Just get on board with it. Come on. Enjoy it. Dream again. Kudus to Kudus. We could have scored 6 or 7, to be fair. Yeah, we could have. That's more like it. Suchek wasn't bad today. Surprised me. Right, you're blocked. Kudus could have had 3. Yeah, he could. He should have had a hat-trick today. He should have. The header was a fucking bad miss, wasn't it? That was a bad miss. But yeah, his confidence ain't quite been there. So he needed that goal. And he was taking it as well. I mean, that fucking leap. Brilliant. Really, really good. Nick Thornton, super chat, thank you very much. Imagine coming into form just before we play Spuds. There you go. That's another way of looking at it. Ooh, we're playing Spurs, but we've just clicked into gear. What if we go and stick one up them? Guess who else play out from the back like fucking idiots? Guess who else do that? Yes, they attack well, but guess who else play out from the back like fucking knobheads? Spurs. If we do that to them, we'll have the same effect. See? Right, so we've got Billy Bob has gently caressed the like button. Thank you very much, Billy Bob. Thank you very much. Well, I'm going to jump down to the bottom because I'm never going to get anywhere. Trodge is hating on Paqueta. Oh, honestly. Paul G, it's always amazed me how people see a completely different thing in the same game. Preconceived views, maybe. Well, no, it depends on the person because if that was the case, then I wouldn't see any positives in that, would I? I'd judge a game on its merit. That was a good game to watch. And it was, yeah, I don't think so. I think there's a lot of people, there's a lot of cynicism out there still because of the shit that we've been through for 2 years and the start that we've had. They're going to be genuinely worried that this could be a one-off and we could revert to type. But what I'm saying to those people, you're not wrong. You're not wrong. But just enjoy the moment. Live in the moment, people. All right? Coco, the talking and singing African grey parrot. I had an African grey once. I must disagree regarding Bowen. I don't think he was at his best at all. The goal was superb. He had fucking 2 assists, mate. He scored a goal and got 2 assists. What more do you want of him? He was good. He's been shit all year. That's why he got dropped from England. But that was a good performance. The Doghouse. Good game to watch. Yes, it was, mate. Papa Firth, he disagrees. He says, no, it was a fucking fantastic watch. Yes, it was. Right, okay. So we've got Jason McMeekin. It was a team that gave us a point at Brentford and throughout the game got better. Loppy made some changes and we were just as strong. My man of the match was Tadibo. Thought he was outstanding. Absolutely, mate. Yeah, really, really good. Really good. Good to hear a happy Nick. Thank you very much, mate. Well, we should all be happy. We should all be happy with that. You've got to be. Iron Bubbles, Nick. You know your football and players. Pac-Man did not have a good game, mate. Look, I'm not gonna slam him. He scored a goal. We all know what's going on in his head at the moment. I don't think he had a terrible game at all. I don't think he did. He was at fault for their first goal. He was too weak. He was. But no, I'm not. Why have we got to find fucking negatives in a 4-1 win? Jesus. Leave Paqueta alone. If you want to dig anyone out, dig Souček out, even though he played well. But you can dig him out. That's fine. Paul G says, I'd like to see Soler start in the middle. Yeah, I know, but that would mean dropping Souček, wouldn't it? That ain't going to happen. Alec Bassendale says, what a game. We look decent. We did look fucking, mate, we looked really good. Guillaume will be good. Mate, he did look good. When he came on, looked positive. I thought he did really well to sort of win that free kick. And like I said earlier on, the run that he made when Somerville broke down the left, it's a shame that Somerville didn't see it because it was a good run, you know, and if he'd have slipped that ball across, he was in. What a debut that would have been. Whole team done well today, apart from Paqueta and Areola. Areola also made some fucking really good saves when it was only 2-1 and 3-1, Trudge. He made the mistake. He also made some really good saves as well. This is what I mean. Honestly. You lot, you're ruining, you're bursting, you're sucking the jam out of my donut. Coco, talking and singing African Grey Parrot. Iron this is like saying the Pope is... I don't know. I don't know. Hang on. Lee Hammer says you can only beat what's in front of you, but it was entertainment. Yeah, look, that's exactly it. We was playing Ipswich today, and we battered them. So what's not to like about that? You know, especially when there was all the frustration around before the game because he didn't pick his strongest 11, did he? We know that ain't his strongest 11, but it was a team. They went out, they done the job, they was committed. We played some good football. I'm happy with it. I'm not going to knock it. Anyway, look, I'm not going to milk it anymore. That's half an hour. Thank you very much for joining me. Get on. Enjoy the rest of your Saturday. Fucking go and get pissed. I can't because I've got a game tomorrow. And I was hungover last weekend. So I've got to be good tonight. But Jesus, Nick, please ban all these negative people. No, I won't ban negative people. Listen, as I said earlier on, a lot of people are negative because they've been burned over the last few years. And they're just cynical. So no, I'm not going to ban them. I'm not. They can say what they want. They'll come down. They'll get used to it. They'll watch Match of the Day later. That's what they'll do. These people have not watched Match of the Day since the start of the season. I'm banking on. I bet you watch Match of the Day later. There you go. See, there you go. Don't forget, drop a like on the video before you go. Thanks for joining me, and I'll speak to you all soon. Come on, you irons. We're massive.